I am sure that many of you, like me this week, have asked yourself, why am I so intrigued? Why am I so moved? What is it about what happened 100 years ago that overshadows so many other tragedies? Even that one that literally took place at the center of Halifax 95 years ago. Why is it that the sinking of this ship could be Titanic in our imagination as well as in name? Is it because of the ultimate showdown between human industry and nature, one that was so dramatically lost? Is it because of the audacious claim that this ship was unsinkable? A claim that was itself sunk with great irony as the Titanic was lost on its maiden voyage. Was it because of the specter of classism that was paraded in this most luxurious of vessels? A class distinction that ceased once those who did not make it into the lifeboats hit the water. For all these reasons, Titanic is truly iconic. However, I believe that at the heart of our fascination with this ship that never reached our shores are two cries that broke the night and carried across the glassy waters. Women and children first, and then every man for himself. Both of these imperatives seem strangely otherworldly to us today. And much has been written in recent days about the order to let women and children have the first place in the lifeboats. Some opine that with chivalry now long dead, the gallantry of so many stepping aside is a thing of the past and would never happen again. Others suggest that if it were not for the role of social shame or the presence of the firearms distributed to the officers, most would have not been so stoic in their self-sacrifice. In the end, many of the passengers whose memory we commemorate today, those buried here and elsewhere, and those whose bodies were never recovered, in the end, many of them did make the ultimate sacrifice. As we have already heard today, Jesus said in the Gospel of John, "No greater love has anyone than to lay down one's life for one's friends." But so many of those believed to be strong chose to step aside for those perceived to be weaker is something that should not be forgotten. 3 days before Titanic left Southampton, most of the passengers would have celebrated the great feast of Easter, the feast that is the memorial of Jesus Christ freely laying down his life in sacrifice for others and rising again from the dead. As we stand here today, as we watch on television, in a world that is so often ready to shout, "Every man for himself," let us allow the example of so many whose sacrifice we remember today to rise up from the grave and live in our everyday lives, so that we as a culture may celebrate those ready to sacrifice for others in need, so that the law of the survival of the fittest may not be the only determining factor for who we become as individuals, as a people, and as a nation, so that we may declare and demonstrate that it is possible to rise above mere human instincts and choose to live the greatest love of all. On behalf of our loved ones, our friends, colleagues, and even the perfect stranger has happened over and over again on the early hours of April 15th, 1912. Eternal rest grant unto them, O Lord, and let perpetual light shine upon them. May they rest in peace. Amen.